Here is a very interesting question to you. It is a question on analogies, but triple analogies. Normally, you don't find questions of single analogy, second analogy, three analogy. But here, the question is, you need to know what relation the first two words bear, and the relation, same thing has to be maintained in the second one also. Okay, obscure. You know the meaning of obscure? The word begins with OB. You must have suspected by this time what this word could be. Something which is obscure to you. Is to murky. So obscure, murky, how the words sound to you. I am not asking what the meaning is, but just try to imagine what these words might be. Are they negative or positive? Just think of the picture of that. This relationship must be there with the barren and another word. Look at the choices. Sterile. Have you heard of this word? Sterile? Sterile injection syringe and all that. Something which is freed from bacteria are totally unproductive. Temperate. Where do you use the word temperate? Is a temperate, temperate person, a person who maintains balance of mind. This word actually comes from, if you look at the globe, extreme climates and frigid climates, where the torrid zone very hot and frigid zone extremely cold. And what do you find in between? So that is a temperate climate, neither hot nor very cold. So the word comes from the same. That is, temperate means something which is balanced, not extreme. But does it have anything to do with barren? Definitely not. So the answer cannot be B. Reconciliatory. Break the word into two parts and see. Re means again, concile. What is reconciling? After a dispute, both reconciled, and ending with ORY. That shows the nature of the quality of. So the quality of settling the dispute or coming closer again. But this doesn't have any kind of relation with the barren. As you know, barren field, unproductive. Coincidental. Again, look at the word ending with AL. Again, quality of what? Co means what? Together at the same time. Incident, happening at the same time. But again, this has no relation with barren. The only word that can perfectly match with the barren is sterile. So by the process of very powerful technique of process of elimination, we arrive at A as the best option. Once again, please do not worry if you do not know the meaning of the word. You can go by the process of elimination and still arrive at the right answer. Obscure, murky, both mean something which is not clear. Barren and sterile both mean unproductive. Here, the relationship is synonymous. So the best answer here is A. Critical reasoning. In a circus, that one clown poses a question to another clown. The following question. You watch the sunrise and I do the opposite. I am now going to perform a feat in which my head will be down and legs will be up, whereas my face will be opposite to you. Tell me quickly where my right hand will be. Even the circus clowns are posing very good questions. You must enjoy this. Look at this. The situation here is like this. The man is, one clown is watching the sunrise. That means he must be facing the direction east. Let us draw this. This is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. Now, the clown is saying one thing. The other clown should be watching the sunrise, and this man will be doing the exactly opposite one. That means he must be facing what? West. Now the head is down, legs are up. That means in inverted position, his right hand will be showing which direction? Observe, his left hand will be on the northern side and the right hand will face the south. This is the right hand. Therefore, the answer is C. C becomes the answer for us. Let me make it very clear to you. The man who is facing the west, and when he is in inverted position, his left hand will be facing the north and then right hand will be towards the south. So the answer here is C, showing the south direction. Clear?
In this problem, they have given two series A and B. A is 258 so on up to 302 and B is 357 so on up to 303. Now we have to find the number of common terms of A and B. Now let us look into the first series A, that is 2, 5, 8, then it will be 11, then it will be 14, then it will be 17 and so on up to 302. Now similarly, B is a series which is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and so on up to 303. Now let us look into the common terms here. Common terms of the series 5, then comes 11, then comes 17. Now the series with the common terms, series formed with common terms is 5, 11, 17 and so on. Now clearly it is an arithmetic progression with the first term as 5 and the common difference as 6. Now we can find the nth term. Nth term is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into d. This nth term will be always less than or equal to 302 because we have to consider the least term. If it is 303, 303 will not be in the first series, so we have to take the least term. So the nth term may be less than 302 or it may be equal to 302. Now we will substitute the values of A and D. So 5 plus n minus 1 into 6 is less than or equals to 302. So which implies n minus 1 into 6 is less than or equals to 297. That implies n minus 1 is less than or equals to 297 by 6, which will be approximately 49.5. That implies n will be less than or equals to 50.5. So it is nothing but less than or equal to 50.5. So number of terms cannot be 50.5. So n is nothing but 50. So there will be totally 50 terms in common. That is option D. In this problem, we have to find the LCM of the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 plus 1 and 4, 5, 6, 7 to the power of 2010 minus 1. Now, we cannot expand this and calculate the value and find the LCM. That will be very difficult. So what we do is, we can find the LCM by finding the last digits. Now, let us find the last digit of 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010. Now, the last digit of 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 will be nothing but the last digit of 7 power 2010. Now, 7 power 2010 can be written as 7 power 4 into 502 plus 2. That means 2 will be the remainder. When you are dividing this 2010 by 4, 2 will be the remainder. If 2 is the remainder, then it will be 7 square. That is 7 power 2. So the last digit of 7 power 2 is 9. So last digit is 9. Next, similarly, we'll go for the next one. Now anyway, next term is also same, so we don't need to find. So the last digit of 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 plus 1 will be 0. As it is 9 plus 1, that will be 0. Next, similarly, 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 minus 1. Last digit will be 8. Now 8 and 0 are the consecutive even numbers. Consecutive even numbers. If they are consecutive even numbers, then their LCM will be half. That is, if A and B are consecutive even numbers, then their LCM is nothing but AB by 2. Similarly, these two terms are consecutive even numbers, so their LCM will be 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 plus 1 into 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 2010 minus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 4, 5, 6, 7 raised to the power of 4020 minus 1 by 2, which is nothing but option A.